Happy New Year to people. Job use करते.
So Gandhi, is it okay? Shall we start?
Sir, Tiwari sir, sir, you are
Yes, ma'am.
it's moving. Is your camera stable in a place? We
Yes,
could
ma'am.
see. Yeah, okay, sir. Just keep it straight. Okay, sir. Right.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Yeah.
Miss Nazia, I'm actually trying my best, but I also couldn't get an option for you. Sir, is it okay? We'll continue like this, no, sir? Ma'am,
Yeah,
Nazia's
no,
background.
No, now if the background is white now, it is not a big issue.
Yeah, sir. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so then we can start now much better.
Wait, what happened to the Indian? What happened to the Indian background?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
Sachin
Sachin.
sir, what happened to your background?
So your background gone.
Your background changed, no?
No, no, sir. I'm connecting now. I'm connecting with my tablet, so that's why I'm changing my.
He has logged in too.
Okay. Okay.
That's why.
And this is the recording. After the recording, we edit it and we upload to the social media and all the things, the edited one. Then before we start, we want to welcome all of you on behalf of the International Association for Quality Education. This is not the recording thing. This is the so anyway, give me 1 minute before we start. Yeah. And on behalf of the International Association for Quality Education, I welcome all of you. Especially we thanks to the Miriam from UK and Suhair as a project leaders. They do a big job. And especially we want to thanks to the, and we want to invite Marima to give support to the Suhair and to all other our members to make this even more successful. And Mr. Janaka Gunathilaka from Oman, welcome sir. And Pakistan on behalf, yeah. And on behalf of our Mr. Wahid, our principal, our leader. Then we warmly welcome Miss Sabrina, and even from our EBS public school, we welcome ma'am you and our Dr. Dheeraj, our brother, and on behalf of the Kunwar Global School, we welcome all of you. And I from now we will be silent, and we invite to the Suhairi and Miss Miriam to start the program and to continue all the things. Before you start, we will play our introduction video. End of the video, Suhair will start. And then you can continue the discussion. We will. Suhair, are you okay now?
Yes,
Shall
sir. I am okay.
Give me 1 minute, then you can carry on. Sugandhi, before they start the meeting, do you want to say something?
So actually, I really want to wish you everyone all the best. So it is actually a very big event of our association. So let's make it a success. Thanking you all for taking part in this and for passing all the knowledge to us. Thank you to all the participants from all over the countries.
Thank you.
حصلونا يمه وحصلونا يا من هون هذا اجيب له حليب وبامباز والله ما انا عارف من وين اجيب.
A very good evening to everyone. I, Shehwar Suhair, the project leader of the World's Teachers Parliament, warmly welcome all of you today on this exciting and thrilling platform, which is organized by the International Association for Quality Education and Dr. Kalam International Foundation, proudly with the guidance and consultancy of the National Child Protection Authority, Sri Lanka. The World's Teachers Parliament is a parallel event to the International Conference on Quality Education, which is going to be held in Delhi, India from May 26 to the 30th, 2024. I cordially invite all global educators, leaders, and teachers to participate in this conference, which emphasizes fostering STEAM education, employability, entrepreneurship, greening education, and mindfulness to equip children with the 21st century skills and enhance spiritual well-being. Moving on to the golden event today, World's Teachers Parliament. As we all know that the World's Teachers Parliament is a platform where we can discuss innovative educational solutions to some of the greatest global educational issues and share good practice to inform change. We as one family collectively need to address the pressing issues locally, nationally, and internationally. We all are here today in this wonderful platform to speak and voice out our opinions and find remedial solutions. Child protection is a key factor to ensure quality of the education all over the world. Therefore, World's Teachers Parliament gives priority on child protection. The main themes which will be discussed in the World's Teachers Parliament: rights to the child's development, rights to the child's protection, rights to the child's participation, rights to the child's survival. Today on this platform, we are going to discuss and share our opinions and views on the rights to the child development. I would now like to invite my respected project leader and my partner, Ms. Miriam Afonso, Special Educational Needs Area Manager, Local Authority, UK, to speak to us and start today's session. She will be briefing us on the rights to the child development and how much prominent role it can play in the child's right. Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, can we have you on board?
Yes, of course. Good morning, afternoon, or evening, everyone, depending on where you are watching us. It is my pleasure to welcome you all to today's Teachers Parliament, where our focus is on the fundamental yet often overlooked topic, the right to child's development. As a project leader, I am honored to open this session and frame our discussion around how this vital right intersects with quality education, the challenges we currently face, and the ways in which we can collectively work to safeguard every child's opportunity for growth. So, at the heart of the child development lies quality education. It goes beyond academics. Quality education nurtures critical thinking, creativity, emotional intelligence, and social skills. It equips children to navigate a complex world with confidence and resilience. Yet we know that quality varies widely and gaps persist across the world. These gaps disproportionately affect the most vulnerable children, limiting their access to opportunities that significantly impact on their future. So what are the significant concerns that we are currently facing in today's age? The first one would be inequity. Socioeconomic disparities create unequal educational experiences. This stops some children access to enriching activities, specialized support, and essential resources. The second would have to be mental health. The growing prevalence of mental health issues amongst our children and young adults affects their ability to fully engage in learning and development, calling for an urgent, tailored interventions. We want our children and young adults to grow into adulthood being a healthy but also a good part of the community. The third one would have to be digital divide. In the digital age, as we are, lack of access to technology impairs the continuity of education and limits the scope of children's learning, leaving many at a disadvantage. Protecting every child's right is why we are here. As educators and advocates, we must address these challenges head on. Here are some of the strategies we can try to consider. Inclusive policies. We must advocate for policies that create equal access to quality education, regardless of socioeconomic status, and ensuring that every child can fully participate in their learning journey. Holistic support. Expand mental health and well-being resources in schools, providing children with safe spaces and counseling to help them thrive, giving them those tools, those essential tools that prepares them into adulthood. Digital accessibility. We must develop programs and partnerships that provide devices, internet connectivity, and digital literacy training to bridge the digital divide. And the support can also be extended to families and parents so that once they are at home and engaging in the community, they feel supported. So not just at school, but it can also extend into the community. So today I urge all of us to think about how we can better protect every child's right to development. Together, let's seek practical solutions that ensure quality of education for all children, addressing these challenges with innovation, empathy, and resolve. Thank you, and I hope that today's session goes well, and I wish you all good luck in our discussions, and hopefully we can look at these issues from our roles and different perspectives. Thank you so much for having you here. It is an honor to be invited to participate as well. So thank you so much, and I look forward to hearing all of your amazing ideas as we progress in the session.
Thank you so much, ma'am. That was an awesome start to dive into the topic. Now it's time for our important guest speaker today, and she is Mrs. Shanika Malalgoda, Director, National Child Protection Authority, Sri Lanka. Ma'am, your valuable insight and contribution to our topic today is greatly appreciated. Over to you, ma'am.
Ma'am, excuse me, you are muted, ma'am.
I am Shanika Malalgoda, Director, Planning and Information of National Child Protection Authority. I would like to represent Sri Lanka. And today I would like to give my comments on one of the initiatives of National Child Protection Authority, which is directly related to child protection right to the child development. So I would like to give an insight of Student Ambassador National Program on child protection. So there actually we are as National Child Protection Authority in Act number 50 of 1998, National Child Protection Authority has introduced Sri Lanka to end violence against children and end diverse forms of child abuse in Sri Lanka. So for that, this act says that coordination as well as monitoring of all actions against all forms of violence against children is really valid. So on that, National Child Protection Authority has developed this special program for the school prefects in Sri Lanka. This program is called as School Child Protection. This program is known as Student Ambassador National Program, where we have developed this specially for the school prefects in Sri Lanka. For this program, we, as National Child Protection Authority, we are thinking of covering the awareness and rights of the children to protect them from various types of violence against children. Because as you all know, all over the world, almost all the children are subjected into different types of violences and abuses. So that we thought the National Child Protection Authority Act of Sri Lanka has given special provisions for us to make children aware as well as to provide information and education to the public related to the protection of the children. So for that, in developing this Student Ambassador National Program, National Child Protection Authority has underwent so many theoretical parts which are related to child protection. For that, the UN Convention on Rights of the Child in 1989, the article number 19 says that protection from violence and abuse and neglect. So in this program, we have get use of this article number 19, and we are working on this to protect children in Sri Lanka. In addition to that, we are thinking of and we are working article number 6 and article number 28 and article number 29, which says the rights of education as well as rights of development. And there are correlations among all these articles of UNCRC. So for going forward, Student Ambassador National Program has developed by National Child Protection Authority with in collaboration with Ministry of Education, Sri Lanka. So as a coalition and collective effort, we could implement this Student Ambassador National Program to the Sri Lankan students as well as teachers and administrators of education field. And this will be one of the finest and initiative to protect safe and to ensure the protective, safe and child-friendly environment within the school setting. Actually speaking, we have introduced this program for government schools, semi-government school, private schools, Piriven as well as international school settings. By going our national policy on child protection of Sri Lanka. As a country, we have introduced national policy on child protection. So in there, we are discussing about ecological model. In the ecological model, we need to work for almost all the children of a country. So by adhering to the national policy on child protection and adhering to the various acts depicts in the Sri Lankan law and following the UN agencies and following UN charters and conventions, we have developed this program. So in this program, we have particularly discussing about the children, those who are working as school prefects, especially senior school prefects. So in this, we are working for the adolescent children, those who are coming age 14 to 18 years of age. And we are directly, we want to boost our school prefects and school children to work as student ambassadors on child protection. So with this, we are encouraging all our schools to get the child's participation and get the contribution of children in decision making, especially related to child protection. So in this program, this is hope this is a new initiative to the world, because we are having a kind of school network all around 25 districts in our country, Sri Lanka. And in addition to that, we have covered almost all the school settings of the country. So in this national program, Student Ambassador National Program, we have developed this program into 5 stages. In this program, for the first stage, we are invited all schools of the country to get registered to this program. So in once they are get registered to this program, we are giving a kind of awareness to the school principals and teachers. It's the first stage. When we come to second stage, under this Student Ambassador district trainings, we train 5 student ambassadors. It means 5 student senior prefects on the 15 school programs which are coming under Student Ambassador National Program. So in this training, it will be a kind of comprehensive training, and we are making them aware and trained to work with different types of children, especially vulnerable children and other children, those who are needed not to be neglected. So in addition to that, in our third stage, we are focusing on the implementation of student ambassador programs within the school setting. For the school setting, we have introduced 15 programs to be implemented by the student ambassadors leadership and with the support and guidance of school teachers and school principals. So going forward, and our fourth stage will be the student ambassador district summits. In these district summits, where almost all the child protection and child development partners are come in to work together. So it will be a fine example. Last year, we could be able to conduct student ambassador district programs in the country. So in these district summits, we are focusing on the problems which are coming from the students, and we are giving opportunities to the students, teachers, principals, as well as different government bodies of the Sri Lanka, which is directly and indirectly work for the children's protection as well as children's development. For example, Sri Lanka Police, Probation and Child Care Department, Ministry of Education, National Child Protection Authority, Ministry of Child Labour, as well as other ministries are coming together and support children to find solution in these district summits. These district summits are headed by the district secretaries of the country. In addition to that, the technical capacities are given by the National Child Protection Authority, especially our district child protection officers, district psychosocial officers, and divisional child protection officers are taking the leadership to these district summits. In these district summits, students are air their views and exchange their ideas, and they are directly asked questions related to child abusers, neglect, and child rights violations. In the 5th stage of this national program, Student Ambassador National Summit on Child Protection is the final stage. So we hope in this year, 2024, we are hoping to conduct this Student Ambassador National Summit in Sri Lanka for the first time in the Sri Lankan history. Maybe this will be the historical turning point to the world too. So that's what I want to discuss with you. In addition to that, I just want to tell you that this Student Ambassador program is connected with the one of the other program which is introduced by National Child Protection Authority in collaboration with University Grants Commission of Sri Lanka. It's named as University Student Ambassador National Program, where university undergraduates are coming together and get knowledge on child protection, and National Child Protection Authority has given opportunity to the young undergraduates of this country to work with school children, school student ambassadors to protect our Sri Lankan children. So I am very happy to present this Student Ambassador National Program on Child Protection to this event. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, ma'am Shanika Malalgoda, for your wonderful insight. It really kept us focused and connected. And this Student Ambassador National Program looks very promising and holds a very good future. So let us work together to bring some positive changes. Thank you so much, ma'am, for being here today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I would like to take this opportunity to invite an esteemed personality who kindly accepted our invitation and is joining us from Muscat, Oman. He is Mr. Janaka Gunathilaka. He is the head of academics, Sri Lankan School, Muscat, Oman. Sir, can you please enlighten us on your valuable views? Over to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Ms. Suhair, and all the organizers and presenters and guest lecturers. I wish you all of you a very good evening. Then I'm representing Sri Lankan School Muscat, as I said. So I would like to present some of the important facts what we have identified, maybe general facts related to this child protection, as well as how it affects the child development. Then every child, regardless of their age, disability, race, religion, sex, has a right to equal protection from harm. When we consider UNICEF uses the term child protection to refer to preventing and responding to violence, exploitation, and abuse against children. Nevertheless, every year lives and physical, mental, emotional well-being of millions of children around the world are threatened by maltreatment such as abuse, neglect, violence, and exploitation. The studies from around the world shows that approximately 20% of women and 10 to 10% of men report having been sexually abused as children when they were as children. In addition, it is estimated that 215 million children are involved in child labor, which is a form of child exploitation. 115 million of them are involved in hazardous work. Children need to be protected because they are physically, mentally, and emotionally immature and unable to adequately protect themselves. The younger a child is, the more care and protection he or she needs. For instance, during the first 5 years of life, children are particularly vulnerable and their survival and well-being depend on their parents or other adult caregivers. Children living without care and supervision of a responsible adult may have lost or been abandoned by both parents or may have run away from home Children in this category do not find their way to residential care like orphanage, lives on street. Child development refers to the sequence of physical, language, thought, and emotional changes that occur in child from birth to beginning of adulthood. During this process, child processes from dependency on their parents, otherwise guardians, to increasing the independence. Child development is strongly influenced by genetic factors and events during parental life. It is also influenced by environmental facts and the child's learning capacity. Development can be seen as the way in which individuals grow and change. This includes features such as physical growth and developments in the motor skills and gross motor skills. Also, the change in thought process such as memory, reasoning, problem solving, imagination, creativity, language, and change in emotional experience and understanding also affect the child development. Understanding and using language, reading and communication also plays an important role in the development. Observing and monitoring the child development is an important tool to ensure that children meet their developmental milestones. It allows check-in to ensure that the child is roughly on track for their age. If not, this checking of developmental milestone can be helpful in the early detection of any delays in development. This check is usually carried out through child mother health and under 5 services as infant and toddlers, and later through preschool, early childhood education, and school term skill assessments. The legal framework for child protection in this country, the Sultanate of Oman, is relatively robust. Child protection committees exist in all districts, otherwise it is named as governorates, to protect and address child abuse. The child law of 2014 and 2019 executive regulations prohibit violence against children in all settings, including schools. That same law also makes the reporting of all abuse mandatory and facilitate the removal of the children from situations of violence. Bullying in schools also remain a concern. As a result, now if we come to the best practices, what I would like to share, in our school, there are about 70 nationalities are there. Then their social backgrounds are different, way of thinking, and the behavioral changes are there. Because of that, this bullying also a concern even in the school. Therefore, SLSM has taken, the Sri Lankan school Muscat has taken actions raised to awareness on child protection and development, abusing. And we have, as Ms. Shanika said, that means in Sri Lanka, that means they are working closely with schools on these awareness sessions. What we have done now, as we are a remote school, then we have given the task of organizing assemblies, awareness sessions to the prefects. The prefects, based on the, recently we have done based on the topic of bullying. Then parallelly, we have organized that the class teachers and all the others to encourage students to make posters, write articles about bullying. And they have, that means what they have done was, it was posted everywhere, that means possible in notice boards and all. Then, and even the event that we have, that means we have given the opportunity for prefects to conduct and organize an assembly also there based on the same topic. As bullying, we have concern and we have identified as affecting the well-being of the students. However, then in addition to that, the government emphasized, that means Ministry of Education emphasized that there should be, that means in each and every school there should be a counselor, that means psychological counselor also, to address the issues of children. Otherwise, now the teachers are also capable, and capable teachers are there. Other than that, there should be a professional counselor also to address this type of issues. Then as a school, we are, that means we have identified these concerns and we are trying to address to the best of our abilities with the management. Okay, then thank you for the opportunity. Thank you, Ms. Suhair.
Thank you so much, sir. So this was really an amazing clarification and justification given by you. So the facts and the information, sir, you shared with us are really spellbound. And the points are to be taken into consideration, and we have to work for solutions to improve the standards. As you said, sir, that you all have taken a good step, like, involving prefects to talk about, addressing about bullying. So I feel that's a good positive start. And one more thing, sir, you spoke about counselors. So I really also feel that counselors are really important in every school, because that could be something like, where things can move in a good way, in a good positive way. So hats off to you, sir. You're doing a good job. So thank you so much, sir.
Okay, thank you, Miss.
Yeah. So now it's time to introduce you all to a very beautiful personality and a great individual from Pakistan, Miss Sabrina Usman. She is the Vice Principal of Modernage School, Abbottabad chapter. Welcome, ma'am, to our Parliament session today. Can you please share your knowledge and insight? Over to you, ma'am.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. This is Sabrina Usman from Pakistan, and I take extreme honor to be a part of such a well-known and experienced expertise over here. And it's actually an honor for me to share my mandate in front of such people on a global platform, which is again a very big opportunity that we are getting today. Thank you for the organizers to letting us have this opportunity to voice our words in the best way. I'm here representing Pakistan and my school, which is Modernage, and I'm from Abbottabad, working over here as a vice principal, and I'm representing Mr. Wahid Siraj Mir over here. He's the principal of our school. So today the topic that we are going to talk about is protect the rights of children. Like I have heard very able people earlier who have shared very good practices that are done in their countries, and I like to also talk about the rights of children in development. So first of all, when we like talk about what are the rights, so child rights comprise of proper physical, mental and emotional development, which has access to healthcare, safe environment, opportunities to socially interact. These rights should be pivotal through policies and programs that support children's holistic development. So when we talk about holistic development, that's something which comes under the umbrella of getting child's rights in the best way. So for me, like Ma'am Shanika just mentioned, that very promising programs are been planned in Sri Lanka, and so is the case in Oman. I think that while we are working with the youth, and we are working in schools and in the education fields with the younger generation. So I find my topic and my idea is that youth plays a very, very significant role when it comes to child's right in development. And our youth is actually so strong and so able and so aware of their own rights that they can actually work for the other children's rights in a very, very positive and promising way. So for that, I think that when the youth is playing the most important role in advocating for children's right, they can raise relevant awareness, participate in decision-making process, and implement initiatives that benefit children in their communities. So this is something that can be done in a very promising way. Youth empowerment can ensure that children's voices are heard and their needs are addressed efficiently. Involving youth also actually inculcates a sense of responsibility and ownership among the youth, and they can actually do a sustainable approach to promote child development rights. This actually helps a lot when you come to talk about the child's right in the most productive manner. Like the sir from Oman mentioned, that there are different programs and there are different things that have been done in their school, and so is the thing that we are practicing over here. There is a child protection policy team that is actually been run in our school. Everything from the emotional to physical to other like well-being of the children are made sure that through different sessions on bullying, sessions on respecting elders, respecting your colleagues, it's all getting over there. Then we have got our student council. There are proctorial boards who are actually learning discipline, who are sharing the discipline, and there is a very promising group of people who are working on the child protection like that. So when we talk about the role of youth in advancing children's rights and development, we can talk about how advocacy and awareness can be made through youth, because you know that how very well aware and very well apt youth is by using social media and community events and campaigns. So they can do this, they can make awareness through that. Then we can have peer support and mentorship through the support, guidance, and encouragement. Bullying and the mental health and academic challenges, these can be taken care of if we have mentors in our society. Youth is playing a part to be a mentor or to be a peer support for the other children as well. Then we have youth-led initiatives, which includes political participation. Like youth can engage in advocacy and activism to influence government policies and programs, because nowadays majorly in our country, youth has a very, very big say in what in choosing and electing a political party in terms of having like a strong background or maybe good political points that that political party is carrying. Then innovation and creativity is also a very important part that youth can play, where offering fresh perspectives is something. We are not going to follow the conventional ways of thinking. There will be innovation, there will be creativity, there will be innovative ideas and creative solutions to address complex issues by harnessing technology, art, and entrepreneurship. So these are something which is coming up in a very positive way. When we talk about my own country, Pakistan, like other countries, it is also the responsibility of my country to ensure children's rights to development. So access to education, healthcare, nutrition, and safe environment for children to grow and thrive are important parts that my country is following. Pakistan has got very good organizations and very effective and very able organizations and programs that are running in order to work for the betterment and productivity of children and their rights. Which some of them I may tell you about, which is UNICEF Pakistan. The other is Save the Children Pakistan. Then the Citizens Foundation, Rozan, and SOS Children's Village Pakistan, which is particularly working for the orphans and the homeless children. Then we are also going to talk about that the future of the youth participation in the children's rights to development is very promising for creating positive change. Here, I can share you a few reasons which are that they are going to get empowerment through education. Education is again not what do you call that? Not the basic, but the fundamental right of every being born on earth. Then there is technological advancements. Yes, the youth is way ahead to us in terms of being technologically advanced. Then we have got youth-led initiatives. Again, I mentioned before that if youth talks about different things, there will be interconnected global communities. Like today, we have got different ways in which we are connecting globally and we are sharing our ideas, we are sharing and getting new ideas from you. And this is again something very, very innovative, and this can also lead to further and major developments. In a sense, the future of youth participation in children's right to development is very bright. As long as youngsters remain committed, engaged, and empowered, they'll continue to drive programs and create a more just and equitable world for children everywhere. And then I'd like to thank every organizer over here to call me up over here and share my viewpoints and get your ideas as well in order to work here in my country as well. It has been an honor, and thank you for calling me over here. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It was really a motivating and a very good approach by you. So your ideas on this youth empowerment, which is helping in advancing the child rights, that was really superb, ma'am. And also the facilities which you have in your school, as you said, like you have a kind of a child protection team and a counseling team. So those approaches were really good, ma'am. So thank you, ma'am, for being here.
Pleasure.
So now it is the time to introduce to a talented educator, Mr. Sachin Tiwari. He is having a post-graduation in history and he is from the Kunwar's Global School, Lucknow, India. Sir, can we have you on board to speak a few words? Over to you, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Good evening, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed educators and esteemed guests. As the right to child development is a fundamental human right recognized and upheld by international conventions, laws, and policies aimed at safeguarding the well-being, growth, and potential of every child. Now, talking about the foundation for future success, child development lays the foundation for child's physical, cognitive, emotional, and social well-being. Investing in early childhood development ensures that children have the best possible start in life and equipped with the skills and capabilities needed to thrive and succeed in the future. Now, equal opportunity to every child, regardless of the background, deserve access to opportunities that support their holistic development. The right to child development promotes equity and inclusion, ensuring that all children have access to quality education, healthcare, nutrition. Now, talking about protection of rights, child development is closely linked to the fulfillment of other rights, such as the right to education, health, and protection from harm. Investment in human capital, talking about that, investing in child development yields long term benefits for individuals, communities, and the society as a whole. Now, as in the yet even as we celebrate the strides we have made in expanding access to education and healthcare, we cannot turn a blind eye to the harsh realities that still plague our society. Too many children languish in the shadow of poverty, denied the basic necessities of life. Now, in our country, in India, our government, what they are doing, they are working and they are promoting education and they are promoting the girls' education more and more, like Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao, midday meal schemes. Badhega, Padhega India to Badhega India. Now, but let us not now talking further, but let us not despair, for in the darkest hour, the flame of hope still burns within the heart of those who dare to dream for a better tomorrow. It's better Abraham Lincoln once said, "The best way to predict the future, to create it." If you talk about the words of Rabindranath Tagore, every child comes with a message that God is not yet discouraged of men. In India also, we have many acts, we have many regulations talking about the Constitution of India and the fundamental rights and in directive principle of state policy. We are providing like Article 14 and Article 46, which says right to elementary education, right to education, and there are many right to education acts also, which are promoting education to each and every student, to each and every child sitting in the nook and corner of in the country, promoting education, many laws in the school also. If you talk about basic level, as the person from Bangladesh and from ma'am from Pakistan, she said, the counselors and every to the basic level, even in India also in our school, we are doing that. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sachin. So that was awesome comments and your views. So the important point what you related to us about was the female child is given more prominent when it comes to education. So that was a good highlight, and I feel it's a good start. So now let me take this opportunity to introduce you all to Miss Nazia Nabi Nitu. She's from Bangladesh. She is the academic coordinator from EBAC Public School. Ma'am, over to you. Can we have you on board?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum. It's nice to meet you all. My name is Nazia Nabi Nitu, Academic Coordinator of EBAC Public School, EPS, Dhaka, Bangladesh. Firstly, I feel very honored and privileged for the invitation. Welcome to our forum, World Teacher Parliament. Especially thanks to Mr. Janaka, President of the forum, very creative and good personality, always try his level best to do something for the well-being of children in South Asian countries. Today, our topic is child right to development. That means the protection of child development. Now, I want to talk about the right to development is about promoting and protecting the individual ability to participate in, contribute to, and enjoy development, including economic, social, cultural, mental, and development. It envisions that human person should be central subject, participant, and beneficiary in the process of child development. In our country, we have National Children Policy. The National Children Policy applicable to all children, the citizen of Bangladesh without any discrimination. Children in Bangladesh are grouped in 3 categories. First one is Shishu, anybody under 5 years of age. Second one is Balok or Balika, a child of 6 to 10 years. And the last one is Kishore or Kishori, a child of age between 11 and 14. In our country, we have fundamental principles to the National Children Policy. Now I am discrimination this. First one is ensuring child rights in the light of the Constitution charters. Second one is poverty alleviation to the children. Third one, elimination of all forms of child abuse and discrimination. Fourth, elimination of all form of child abuse and discrimination to female child. 5, participation of children and accepting their views into consideration. I want to add and focus that Bangladesh Shishu Odhikar Forum is a national network for non-governmental organization activity engaged in child right work. Children in Bangladesh are vulnerable to being tortured, raped, killed, kidnapped, trafficked, sexually abused, and being divided and exploited. Those who abuse and exploit their capacity denied their rights to be safe from these practiced under the Convention on the Rights of the Child. As an educator, we have a moral responsibility to protect them and create a right kind of environment so that children can grow up individually with a standard mood with safe and security. We are committed to inclusive, to ensure equal learning, to ensure learning environment for all children. We have to take responsibility so that children with physical, mental, social status, and even HIV can enjoy the benefits of the education. Always, we try to educate them socially, mentally, and help those who live under poverty. Accordingly, we have to change our module child to child demand. At last, I want to say you found the system of child development protection in our country. Again, thanks for giving me the chance to attend the program. I highly appreciate the opportunity to speak with you today. Thanks for your patient hearing. A big hello for you and your surrounding children. Goodbye.
Thank you so much, Ms. Nazia, for your wonderful views. So we got to learn today that every citizen of Bangladesh, like, you know, I mean, they are divided into three categories, right? As I understood. And we also got to know that children are more vulnerable to many kinds of mistreatment. So let us unite like a family and try to work out for some solutions. And hopefully we'll try to prove to be better citizens. So now let us so I would like to give this chance to our Sri Lankan presenter, Miss Shabnam Banu Thowfeek. She is an English educator at Sky School Online. She is here with us to speak to us on how she can explain us about the importance of the right to child development. Miss Shabnam Banu, over to you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Shehwar. Right. Esteemed speakers, organizers, and distinguished fellow participants, thank you very much. My name is Shabnam Banu Thowfeek, and I'm honored to stand before you today, and I am from Sri Lanka. Today, I am privileged to address you on the topic that is not only critical, but also deeply personal to many of us: empowering educators on safeguarding the right to child development. As we convene here, we must acknowledge the fundamental importance of ensuring that every child has the opportunity to thrive and reach their full potential. The right to child development is not merely a lofty idea. It is a fundamental human right enshrined in international law. Yet, so far, too many children, this right remains elusive, hindered by myriad of obstacles ranging from poverty and inequality to violence and discrimination. So in this context, educators, especially with regard to the topic that I have taken, emerge as a pivotal champions for children's rights, serving as catalysts for change within our communities and institutions. By harnessing the power of education, teachers have the unique ability to empower children, instill in them a sense of agency, and pave the way for their holistic development. Central to this mission is the creation of safe, nurturing, and inclusive learning environment where every child feels valued, respected, and supported. This requires not only a robust child protection mechanisms, but also a commitment to promoting positive relationships, fostering a culture of empathy, understanding, and cultivating environment that encourages curiosity, creativity, and exploration. To empower educators in this crucial endeavor, we must take concrete measures like comprehensive teaching or training programs, like where educators need access to comprehensive training programs that equip them with the knowledge and skills to recognize signs of abuse, understand children development milestones, and implement effective strategies for fostering holistic development in children. And then resources and support systems also should be given. It's essential to provide educators with necessary resources and support systems to effectively address the diverse needs of their students. So this includes access like to counseling services, mental health resources, and professional developments, opportunities to enhance their teaching practices. So, and the other one is child protection policies and protocols should be also taken. Like schools should have clear and enforceable child protection policies and protocols in place, which ensures the safety and well-being of all the students. Educators need to be familiar with these policies and be trained on how to implement them effectively, including procedures for reporting and responding to incidents of abuse or neglect. And furthermore, promoting child participation, like educators can empower children by actively involving them in decision-making process within school communities. This could involve like creating student councils or peer support groups where children can voice their opinions. They can contribute ideas and participate in shaping school policies and initiatives that impact their development. And also like building trusting relationships. Establishing trusting relationship between educators and students is very crucial for creating a very safe and supporting learning environment. So, and then continuous professional developments give, ongoing professional development opportunities are essential for educators to update it with the best practice child development or right to the child development via pedagogy and child protection, right? This could include like workshops, seminars, peer learning networks, online courses tailored to their specific learning interesting. So what happens by implementing these measures, we can empower educators to fulfill their role as champions for children's rights and ensure that every child has the opportunity to thrive and reach their full potential. So in Sri Lanka, both the government and private schools have undertaken commendable efforts, which I'm really, really happy and grateful to incorporate this theme into educational practices. So one notable initiative spearheaded by the Sri Lankan government is the integration of child protection education into the national curriculum. So through dedicated workshops and training programs, educators are equipped with necessary knowledge and skills to identify, prevent, and respond to child protection issues very effectively. Furthermore, the National Child Protection Authority collaborates closely with schools across the country to implement child protection policies and protocols. And then government-led initiatives, many private schools in Sri Lanka also have taken proactive steps to prioritize child protection and holistic development. From implementing students, which will foster a culture of openness, empathy, and respect, empowering children to become like active agents to change within their community. So in conclusion, let us reaffirm our commitment to empowering educators as catalysts for change and safeguarding the right to child development. Together, so let us work towards creating a future where every child is valued, respected, and supported in their journey towards a holistic development. Before I conclude, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to my project leaders, Ms. Shehwar, Suhair, and Mrs. Miriam, for their tireless dedication and leadership in organizing this important event. Your vision and passion for promoting child rights and education has inspired us all. I would also like to express my sincere appreciation to the esteemed guest speaker for sharing your invaluable insights and expertise with us today. Last but not least, I want to thank all the other speakers present here today for your thoughtful contributions and commitments to this important cause. Your voices are instrumental in driving meaningful change and ensuring a brighter future for our children. Thank you so much for the opportunity to share the insights on this crucial topic. I look forward to further discussions and collaborations towards the rights of child development. Thank you very much, Ms. Shehwar.
Thank you so much, Ms. Shabnam, for being here. And I would like to highlight two things from what you spoke to us today. One thing was about you said that necessary resources should be given. So I also do agree with that, because without resources, I think things will not be effective, right? And another thing is, which really highlighted was building a trusting relationship. So that's totally important. A bond, a strong bond should be created. If there is no bond, I think there will not be a smooth functioning taking place. So thank you so much, Ms. Shabnam, for your great insights and your views.
My pleasure.
Okay, so now we have come to an end of our session, and now it's the feedback time. So I would like to invite my project partner, Miss Miriam Afonso, to start off with the feedback session. Ma'am, can we have you here?
Hello. Hello. Good evening. So if I could just say, it has been an amazing session. The information that was shared today, it really shows how we are taking the importance in advocating, but also taking real action towards a better society and a better future for our children. So it would be great if we could hear in terms of what you have felt and what you have learned from hearing our colleagues talking about the challenges, the opportunities, and some of the solutions that they have offered. And it was also great to hear about what the different policies that different countries are using to support the rights of child development and also quality of education. So if you could share from your own perspective, what has been the most important thing that you take from today? And then we can go round and asking everyone. So what has been the most important thing that you have learned from hearing everyone else today?
Yes, so it's open to all our presenters. If we can have your feedbacks.
Yes, good evening again. Now, what I have gathered here, as well as we know, that is this child protection, like even before this human right, this type of concepts are evolving, and we know that concept of human rights evolved after the 18th century or 17th century. Now, then when we talk about child protection and all this knowledge, what we are discussing has not passed to some of the generations before. Therefore, inculcating these values as well as good practices and passing this knowledge to the younger generation will help us to build a better society in the future, because they will be the next generation or the next adults, those who are in our schools right now. That is what I can share as my feedback. Thank you.
So perfectly said. So you mean to say that there is a generation gap. So we need to bridge that gap.
Bridge that gap, because it is evolving and developing the concepts. Now, as it is discussed there now, now these concepts are included in school syllabi, and all those things are happening right now. It is not that it happened like 30-40 years back. That is why now, see, when constantly pass that message to the younger generation, then eventually it will be transferred to the adults in the future.
Thank you so much, sir. Yes, anyone else? We would like to hear your valuable feedbacks.
I would like to say, like, the discussions told by various speakers shed the light on the multiple of child abuse and vulnerabilities faced by marginalized population, or even the girls or some set of young child or the children under the age. So which was compelling us to confront harsh realities that children and individuals to a worldwide, right? So these initial insights all the speakers took shared were both eye-opening and thought-provoking, where it shows the urgency of collective actions to protect the rights and the well-being of the most vulnerable among us. So it was very thoughtful. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Ms. Shabnam. We would like to hear feedbacks from Pakistan, India.
Well, as Ma'am Shabnam has just mentioned over here, I second to every point that she has just highlighted here. Yes, this child abuse and child trafficking issues that have been highlighted by some of the speakers has been something has been an eye opener for everybody over here, I'm sure. And so is the case of being very glad and pleased to see that in Sri Lanka, child protection has been added into their curriculum, which is again something very, very innovative and something which should be looked forward by others too, because this is something which is going to work in the development of the child's rights and their development in every way, from from adolescence to the younger age or even to the university life. So this is something good, and I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much.
But during this session, I came to know how even from Sri Lanka, that how they are working to the grassroots level to encourage the child's development and to get to know that how children must be provided with the resources, support, and opportunities they need to reach their full potential. That society and the children can break the cycle of poverty and create a more equitable future for everybody. Thank you.
Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Tiwari. Anyone else? Miss Nazia from Bangladesh? If we could have a quick feedback from you.
I could add a few additional points if that's.
Yes, ma'am. Please do.
Yes. So I just wanted to leave us with a few action points. It's important that we understand that as soon as the meeting has finished, the session has finished, it doesn't mark the end of the work that we need to do. It's only the beginning. We will switch off our computers and we will go back to, our families. Our children will be waiting for us to maybe cook dinner, and we will have a good evening and a good restful night. We need to understand that not every child will have the opportunity and the access to this. They will not have access to a home-cooked meal. They will not have access to a bedroom that is warm and comfortable. So these are the things that are really crucial, that we understand that not everyone is in the situation that we can comfortably be in. So it's about taking the discussion from today and turning it into real key actions and understanding that when they are in education, what can we do in the classrooms, but also reflecting upon during the school holidays, the children will be at home, sometimes maybe unsupervised, and it can become really dangerous in terms of the lack of access to the rights that we are talking about, the lack of empowerment, the lack of having a voice. So I feel really positive about our discussion today, but as we discussed here, the lives of our children are literally in danger. So it has to be one action at a time, but we need to continue this work. Is there any other feedback that we've not heard?
I would like to invite our director, Mrs. Shanika Malalgoda, Director of the National Child Protection Authority, Sri Lanka, to give us a feedback of our session.
Yes, actually, I'm really happy to be with you all, because a special thanks need to be given to the International Association for Quality Education for having this type of very important and timely important event as World Teachers Parliament. I'm sure that as friendly nations, we all have a collective responsibility towards ensure the protection of children in the world. So as tiny people of the country, we all have each and us have so many responsibilities as teachers, mothers, parents, and as professionals. We all have a kind of national responsibility towards children to end violence against children. So as National Child Protection Authority in Sri Lanka, I would like to give my honor to all presenters as well as organizers of such a beautiful event today. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. That was really motivating us. And I would like to tell you, ma'am, that our international conference, which is going to be held in Delhi, so that it's open to your school ambassadors. So we would be happy to have them. And it would be a good platform for them where they can come out with their views and, I mean, take part in all those educational activities. So thank you so much for being here.
Yes, thank you very much. I am sure that we have more than 5,000 student ambassadors plus 2,500 plus university ambassadors. So definitely as a team, as representative, we will be able to participate.
Yes,
to the
thank
event.
you so much, ma'am.
you.
Looking forward to see you at our conference.
Thank you so much.
Yes, Miriam, ma'am, do you have to say anything? Miriam, ma'am? Ma'am, Miriam?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes. Do you need to say anything before I...
Yeah, just to say that I want to express my deepest gratitude for today's engagement and the commitment to this initiative. Our discussions today really show how urgent this matter of protecting and enhancing every child's right to development, right to protection, and right to having a voice. It highlights both the challenges, but also some of the opportunities that we have to further develop some of the amazing work that everyone is doing in their own home countries. We've heard some beautiful, innovative ideas. We've shared best practice. So I just wanted to say thank you all for coming together. It has been really positive. And I hope that we can continue the work day by day, classroom by classroom, child by child, community by community.
So thank you so much, everyone. I, Shehwar Suhair, project leader of the World Teachers Parliament, Sri Lanka, on behalf of International Association for Quality Education. First of all, extend my most sincere thanks to all of you for making this today's event a resounding success. Indeed, today we are like one family, one motive and one goal. Even though we are from different countries, this is the spirit and motivation, and we shall all keep this ignited. So I take immense pleasure in extending my sincere thanks and gratitude to Madam Miriam Afonso and our director, Ma'am Shanika Malalgoda, who, apart from the hectic schedule, they readily agreed us on this and was on this platform with us and made it more vibrant and significant. I thank all my presenters who also worked hard and made this event more successful. My special thanks to our president, Mr. Janaka Kamalgoda, who never discriminated night or day, but he worked hard and he is like our strong pillar and backbone to this association. Thank you so much, sir, for setting this platform so that we were able to express our views and share and get a lot of knowledge from other countries. Thank you so much. So this is me, Shehwar Suhair, signing off. Have a wonderful night. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.